The Edge of Eternities official reveal is coming up this week, but we've already seen a bunch of cards slipping through the cracks. Come along and let's check out what's already leaked from Edge of Eternities, like this awesome looking warping whale. Before we do though, don't forget to get subscribed. We have our 500 subscriber giveaway coming up, where we will give out the winner's choice of a play booster box. It might even be one of these Final Fantasy boxes right here. Definitely not this Magic On box though. That's too much. Many rares and mythics have already appeared online. With the set releasing at the end of July, many stores are already having product in hand, and a good number of them are probably opening packs and preparing singles for display. Rip and shippers haven't quite yet started showing off the set. I'd expect that to start the week before pre-releases though. But we're definitely seeing some of these cards popping out, either from unscrupulous store employees or people just too excited to keep them under wraps. One of the themes Wizards told us about Edge of Eternities during the reveal at MagicCon Vegas was that it would be a Lands Matter set. This should give some fun synergies too with all the green landfall creatures we got from Final Fantasy as well, like Tifa and Saz and the Traveling Chocobo. That guy's popular, right? So first up is the Ice Till Explorer, a 4 mana insect creature that lets you play an extra land every turn and play lands from your graveyard. This card may be too slow for a green aggro deck, as I've already been run over by Tifa on turn 3 and 4, but this definitely makes any Tifa on the board with the Ice Still Explorer a huge threat. Eris Symbiosis is a card draw engine when you place 1/1 counters. This could also go well into landfall decks running Bristly Bill and other counter makers. Double the counters on someone at your opponent's instep and draw a whole handful of cards before you start your turn. Moonlit Meditation is an enchantment that looks like it's going to find a happy home in the artifact deck running around. Imagine you have Simulacrum Synthesizer in play, and you get to copy it with Moonlit Meditation. Now you get double golems whenever they spawn. And this deck likes to accelerate, so if golems are already showing up, it's going to be a long day. Where's the artifact hate, by the way? How do I beat these golems? The next card is the one I'm most suspicious about, and that's Warping Whale. It's labeled as a special guest and is in the same horror movie poster style we saw the bonus cards from Dustmorn in. I wouldn't be surprised if this card isn't actually in the set, or if it's actually a promo in the gift bundle compared to a full list of special guests. Those cards would be labeled promo on the bottom, and this one flat out says special guest, and its number 119 does seem appropriate for the next section of special guest cards. We also have this legendary spacecraft in all 5 colors, and you make a 2/2 colorless robot for each multicolored permanent you control. I'm curious in the reveal tomorrow if Station will work with creatures with summoning sickness the same way Saddle and Crew work. Hopefully they tell us all of the mechanics tomorrow. All these legendary spacecraft though have been pretty beefy. When this thing is active, it's going to be a 7/15 that draws you a card at least for itself when it attacks, and another for every multicolored permanent again. And beyond beefy, this Dawnsire Sunstar Dreadnought will ping a creature or planeswalker for 100 when it's stationed at 10 and you attack. It's also a 20/20, and if you push its station at 20, it gains flying. I'm a little suspicious of this one as well. But this isn't that out of line, I think. I welcome more overpowered mythics. I think they make the game more fun, especially as we're losing many of them to rotation. And I think they also kind of end control decks. When you play a game ender like this and you can swing for turn, it's definitely better than playing against control all day. We also got to see some of the bonus sheet cards in Bonder's Enclave and Cathedral of War. The Reddit thread I saw these two on also taught me about the concept of crunch, so big ups to you, Glittering Twist 254. Crunch is a search that determines all the possibilities for a card to be reprinted in the slot between 2 upcoming cards. We have cards 4 and 6 here leaked from the bonus sheet, and we can speculate what would be between them. The conclusion of this card in between should be either Cabal Coffers or Boseiju Who Endures. Now, a Boseiju reprint would be amazing, but someone else pointed out that this bonus sheet might be all lands that are colorless, so I expect that Boseiju is out. Let me know if you think these will all be colorless lands. I think in this treatment and the timing with new Eldrazi, it makes sense. These cards are all going to be fantastic though. Slivers are also returning in this set, which leans into the colorless theme a bit more. Poison counters will also return, just as most poison support rotates out with Phyrexia All Will Be One. Do you think that's just timing? Bringing in more poison cards would have been too overpowered before letting the previous ones rotate? There's a giant hole in standard metagame right now, so it'll be fun to see if poison can rise up once again. Just as long as Venerated Rot Priest is gone though, that's the card I can't stand. Another anticipated card is Consult the Star Charts. This was one of the first league cards, but this is as good as Stock Up, can be played earlier, and if it's played later and with Kicker, you get to filter through a whole lot more of your deck. I've been facing a whole lot of control decks on Arena this week, so hopefully with Jace rotating out, it won't be as popular, but boy is Blue getting support in Edge of Eternities. Gavinda Waking Haven is being lauded and reviled at the same time for being a complete dodge around reprinting Gaia's Cradle. We see a land now as an entire planet, which also grants it the station ability to eventually tap for as many green as you control creatures. Station of 12 slows it down some from being a huge impact right out of the gate, but maybe this comes down on a turn where you've double pumped your Tifa and she can fill its station requirement right away. Fully baked on this image is Saussure Secundi, the black planet in this cycle of land planets. This one will let you pay 2 life, and sack a creature, then draw cards equal to the sack creature's power. Not too bad to keep mid-range black decks moving along. I want to imagine that the red version of the planet is just completely overpowered and is a part of why red had so many bans recently. But it's also going to prop up some of the new Boros strategies that are showing up. There was also a big hubbub about Star Trek in MTG this week. While there was a card image leak a while back, and Paramount owns Star Trek, SpongeBob, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, this may just be noise in the background. A shop posted online listings for Star Trek, including the normal booster boxes, bundles, and a gift bundle. But outside of one really big card we saw over a year ago, there hasn't been a peep out of Wizards or anyone else on this one. There's also news that after several unproductive sets in MTG prior to Final Fantasy, the Wizards has lowered production of collector booster boxes for Edge of Eternities. This might also play well with there being no serialized cards in the set, so it won't be as obvious with the pull rates as if there was a 1 out of 500 card, just like an Innistrad Remastered and an Aether Drift, or even the Mox Jasper from Tarkir Dragonstorm. This may also be because all their printers are lined up still printing reprints of Bloomburrow, Dustmourn, Foundations, and Final Fantasy already. So not as much of a leak, but just an FYI that this set won't be flying off the shelves like Final Fantasy, but don't expect it to hang around forever either. Don't miss the weekly MTG stream this week for the first official reveal for Edge of Eternities. Let me know in the comments if you've seen other leaks for Edge of Eternities that you want me to comment on, or just what you're looking forward to in the set. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.